Every team dreams of the Super Bowl, so there's no doubt both sides will be ready in this matchup between the Atlanta Falcons and the Cleveland Browns here at the University of Phoenix Stadium. Phil, you get to the Super Bowl, you have that extra week off, and then you have all the scrutiny, all the insane amount of publicity. It's got to be draining before the big game.
No, Jim, you know better than that. You and I laugh about it all the time. These players love it. You can't talk about them enough. What do you think about me? Tell me more. We love it. So they can't wait to get a chance to go out there and play today and see who's the best. They're trying to confuse the offense here. Look at everybody crowding the line of scrimmage.
The Browns snap it at the 31. Slashes to the left side.
Johnson's a great running back to have on your football team, isn't he? He goes up in there and gets the first down. Now your offense has 3 more chances.
Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. First down at the 42. Beasley's there to make the tackle.
Always a chess match early in the game to see what your opponent is going to do. Good run that time by the offense. They pick up good yards. Maybe the defense will have to start crowding the line of scrimmage more.
The Browns this time will go with 2 tight ends. He runs with it right up the gut. Here's the starting offense with a receiving core that can be so dangerous in a game like this. Now 3rd and short following the run.
Look at the signals. The D-line is all shifting down inside. They're expecting a run right up the middle.
First down here after the run. Quarters formation here for the defense. The Browns have it at the 44. Wide to the left. Breaks free.
Jim, let's keep our eye on the defense. If they keep giving up runs like this, they're going to have to change what they're doing on the defensive side. Maybe bring another guy down in the box to stop those runs.
Let's go.
The Browns have it at the 39. He'll get it again.
That was an awesome job by the running back that time, breaking those tackles. In the NFL, the low man wins. That time, the running back was the low man.
Coming to the line at the 27. First down and 10. Johnson's got on the handoff. Second down and 11. Has his target.
The big thing about running the curl route, once you see the football, you have to keep moving and attack it. Don't stand there and wait for the football to get to you.
From the red zone. The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. They'll run it here. He's averaging 5 yards per carry on the day. As we take a look at the defense for the first time today, these starters in the secondary will be challenged today in both the passing and running games. Strong eye handoff here. That's a gain of 8.
The offense is so close right here. They just need to show a little power and punch this in the end zone and get that touchdown.
And that's a touchdown. First one of the game in the Super Bowl.
Well, Jim, I know you wouldn't know anything about this, but scoring a touchdown, it is a great thing. But when you're a rookie, man, it is spectacular. What a play by the rookie.
The Browns for the point after. And the extra point is good. Matt Prater is ready to run up and kick this football. Peterson's going to run this one out. And they crash into him, ending the return at the 20-yard line. The Browns lined up in the nickel. First down at the 20. Coleman's handed the football. The corners are going to meet the receivers right on the line of scrimmage. Second down and a long way to go. And the completion to Torrey Smith. This is a collection of wide receivers that could dictate this game today. They must find a way to create separation for their quarterback. A reception on second down, but not enough for the first. Third down.
Let's go.
The defense stops the clock. Third down.
Doesn't like what he sees on the defensive side, so he is changing the play to the receivers by giving him hand signals.
Rodgers out wide on the left. Third down and 10. He'll throw it over the middle. Locked in on the football and has hold of it with two hands. close to the 40 at the 39-yard line. The Browns with a nickel look here on defense. 1st and 10. Has his target.
Nice job by the quarterback finding the open guy short. They get the completion. They still do not get the first down, though.
Out of the shotgun formation. The Falcons now move the chains.
Don't see enough of this in the NFL anymore. The out route. Everybody's afraid to throw it. They want all those little safe dink and dunks inside. But that is a nice throw and catch by the quarterback and wide receiver.
First down here after the completion. From the shotgun. Has the grab. He is tackled at the 40-yard line. Playing press coverage to the outside. Falcons will take the snap from the 40. Knocked down as he fires it.
Lots of ways to attack cover two. There's no doubt about it. You can throw it underneath. You can pump fake the safeties, make one of them move, and still throw it deep down the field.
The Browns defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. The Falcons need to get to the 34 for a first down.
Run it right.
This defense off to a terrific start.
Well, they call third down the money down because you try to keep drives going. And right now the defense has all the money because they're the ones getting it done.
The Falcons from the 37. Falcons turn the ball over on downs.
Beautiful timing that time by the safety. That's what it's about when you talk about blitzing. Space the field properly so the safety has a lane to run into, and timing the snap of the ball. They did everything right that time. Good job of the safety getting that sack.
First down at the 45. Hageman's the one who made the big stop. He's averaging 5 yards per carry on the day. Press coverage all the way.
Quarterback sees something in his defense he wants to take advantage of.
From the gun. Makes the catch in the open field. Here's the football resting at the 43. They bring in the extra tight end. First down at the 43. Allen's there to take it down. Looks like they're in press coverage here. The Browns still possess the football as we begin the second quarter. Coming to the line at the 34. Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one.
Jim, I think this is a blitz. Look how close everybody is to the line of scrimmage.
First down at the 15. A game-breaker touchdown. Just underway here in the second, and it looks like they're going to stay aggressive in this quarter if that touchdown is any indication.
Hard to believe it. Here we are early in the second, and we already got a lead that just got increased. I give the offense credit, but somewhere along the line, the defense of the opponents has to step up and just be tougher.
That's a touchback, and the ball will be spotted at the 20.
The Falcons set to take over here on offense, partner, and this team has to have a little chip on the shoulder right now after going for it on 4th down last time deep in the opponent's territory.
Yeah, I hope they have a chip on their shoulders because the defense just flat out whipped them. That's why they didn't get that 4th down attempt. You got to be tougher if you want to pick up 4th down situations.
I know there are a lot of people right now still wondering why didn't they just kick the football and go for the 3.
Well, when you start listening to the fans, the next thing you know, Jim, you're sitting next to them. So you got to do what you think is right. That's what the coach did. I do not disagree with what he did.
Rodgers shifted out wide to the left as a receiver. Will go ground. Searching for space to the right. This will be 2nd down. The corners are going to meet the receivers right on the line of scrimmage.
They're changing things here. The quarterback changing. He's giving the receiver some new instructions.
2nd and 3. Gets the handle here. And a flag. The defense accepts the penalty. 2nd and 8 after the penalty.
Let's go.
2nd down and 8. Coleman's going to take the handoff now.
Get ready. Grab 38. Grab 38.
He's got the catch. Brought down at the 41-yard line.
Anytime on the offensive side, you pick up a 3rd and long situation. Oh, my gosh, does that give you confidence and fire everybody up? That was a good job by the offense.
1st down following the long play. And picks up maybe 3 or 4.
Mason's trying to be patient, but there is nowhere to run that time, and he only gets a short gain.
2nd and 6 coming up. Rodgers set now, split out wide to the left. The Browns defense now is going to go nickel. Catch made. Brought down right at the 50. Boy, his head got yanked back the other way. An obvious face mask penalty, and that's a big one.
It's about safety of the players, too. That's why when you grab, hit the helmet in certain situations, it's going to be a 15-yard penalty. Don't grab the face mask.
Here's the first snap after the big play. Coleman's going to secure the handoff. And that's a gain of 9. He's averaged about 2 yards a carry on the day.
Always good to have these types of runs. Yeah, it's not a 1st down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to. And also, it opens up so many other things for your offense.
Coleman's going to get it again here. 3rd and 3 coming up. Playing press coverage to the outside.
Let's go.
Halfback sent in motion. The Falcons have it at the 29. Torrey Smith with the catch. In the red zone. After the long gain, let's see what they do here. Taking the handoff. And this won't even get back to the line. They'll end up losing one.
Well, the D-line going into that spread look, they want to get to that quarterback.
2nd and goal from the 8. Reaches out and grabs it. Coleman's met after a gain of 3.
When you get 3rd and goal, a lot of times it just comes down to who's willing to fight the hardest. We'll find out here in a second.
The defense on its heels. Football sits at the 5-yard line. Third and goal from the 5. Looking, force it across for the touchdown.
Midway through the second quarter, and how about it, Phil? These guys just have a knack for hanging around.
Yeah, they just won't go away, will they? That score, what it did, it just changed everything about this game. Here we are midway to second quarter. Now it's up to the defense. Go out there and get a stop. And, boy, it's hard to believe it, but you could have the lead going in at halftime.
Benjamin will test the coverage. Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23. The Browns back on the field with their offense now. They've scored on each of their last 2 drives and have to be feeling pretty confident right now at the start of this one.
Yeah, it is amazing what the mind can do sometimes on the football field. You go out there and you score, and you feel like nothing can stop you. So it would not be surprised to see them to go out there and have success again.
Quarters formation here for the defense. Running right through the trenches. Peterson that time on the tackle. Press coverage all the way. The Browns will take the snap from the 30. The Browns want to count on the running game and have done so to this point. Johnson's been a huge part of it here in the first half, Phil, the way he's been running the football.
Give the coaches a lot of credit right here. They're being very patient, staying with the running game, and the running back, boy, is he taking advantage of every opportunity.
It's a 2 tight end formation. Takes it from the strong eye. It's now 2nd down and 7 after the 3-yard rush. Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one.
Quarterback, he's changing the play with the wide receiver with those hand signals.
Vic Beasley takes him to the ground.
Outside linebackers in the NFL, they are such tremendous athletes. They can do everything. How about that play that time? Good move, good speed, gets to the quarterback and gets a sack.
On the way, 3rd down.
Let's go.
Looks like they're in press coverage here. The Browns take it from the 28. The catch is made. And he's on the sidelines out of bounds.
Situations you go over so many times in practice and training camp. Know what's going on the offensive side, how to preserve time. Good job that time by the offensive player. Get out of bounds and give his team more chances to get it done here in the first half.
This play set up by the long gainer. Reaches out and snatches it.
Well, that last play almost got him in here. And when you look at this, what do they do? Well, you just want to punch it in. There's a lot of different scenarios. You could do a play-action fake, probably get somebody wide open, or have a running back just jump over the top for the touchdown.
First and goal. Here's the handoff. Out of the strong eye. Second down coming up with about a minute to go before the intermission. 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. Allen's all over that offense and brings him down.
Jim, I just want to say this to the quarterback. It's 3rd and goal. If the play's not there, throw it away. Do not force the action. Look at that. Everybody at the line of scrimmage. The defense showing a blitz.
Quarters formation here for the defense. 3rd and goal from the 4. Toss to the outside. And he's in.
And that touchdown figures to have them in a very comfortable spot heading into the halftime break.
Ooh, they are feeling good. There's no doubt about that. It's been a show of good offense here so far in the first half. And now what you got to do, halftime comes, you got to go in there and tell yourself to keep this going and keep the pressure on.
Peterson will just settle for the fair catch this time. The Falcons coming back onto the field on offense. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it.
Listen, momentum is on their side. When you have that going for you, keep the defense guessing at what you're going to do. So I think it's very important to stay aggressive in this situation.
Ready for intermission. First, one more play. First down at the 20. Coleman's got it on the handoff. Is the one who brings them to the ground. And that's the end of the first half here in Sun City, USA. Back to the Phoenix area for the third quarter after a short break. With this kick, the second half is underway. Peterson's going to start his return. And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense trots out onto the field, looking to get into the end zone and see if they can turn the tide in this one, partner.
Well, the fact that they are losing this game so far, the sense of urgency is there on the offensive side. You know, you have many plays in that playbook. I think you need to try a few different ones here in the second half.
The Falcons will take the snap from the 25. That's a gain of only a yard.
The corners are going to meet the receivers right on the line of scrimmage.
Falcons snap it at the 26. And that's good for only a yard or two.
They'll go no huddle.
Let's go.
The quarterback's picked up on something. He's changing the play here.
Let's go.
The Falcons take it from the 28.
Makes the catch. Another third down conversion. The offense continues to come through in the clutch.
Well, when your team is behind, what do? Just come out there and get a first down. That's a nice job by the offense.
First down at the 45. Slashes to the left side. And that gains a few.
If you want to run the football with success, you're going to have plays like this where they pick up very little yardage. Don't listen to the fans. Keep running it, and it'll work.
No need to huddle. Hurry up offense. Second down and 7. Looking across the middle. Third and 7 coming up.
The Falcons will look to get to the 45 to pick up a first down.
Third down and 7. Easy catch there. No one near him.
Advancing it now inside the 40. The Browns lined up in the nickel.
First down at the 39.
The hit knocks the ball out incomplete.
Does it take talent to do something like this? You've got a time to pass where the football's going, where the receiver's going to catch it and do the perfect timing. Hit that receiver and that football comes flying out. Nice job that time. Incomplete pass.
Falcons all bunched up here as they get set at the line.
Now he's going to change the play. And look out. I think he's going to go down the field with the football.
And he's thrown to the ground.
I don't know who to blame here. Was it a great play by the safety getting the sack on the quarterback? Or the quarterback just not paying attention, seeing him coming, and if you see him, you've got to change the play or get rid of the football a lot quicker.
Let's go.
The ball is jarred out of his hands.
When you see a receiver drop a pass, it does go through the quarterback's mind. Well, he's a good player, and I want to keep his confidence level up, and I want to keep him into the game. So when you get a chance, you throw him another football so he can make that catch and get right back in rhythm.
They're set to punt it away now. This punt will not be returned. It will never see the field of play as it sails out of bounds. The Browns take the field here in the second half, looking to extend their lead in this one, partner.
Yeah, you know what you do? It's halftime is over. You come out here. You're not sure what the new game plan is going to be, but feel your way into the game. Don't take a chance early and turn the football over.
An extra tight end on the field for this one. Snap it out of the gun. And now they'll try over again on second down.
When you see linebackers shifting around like this, what they're trying to do, confuse the quarterback. Quarterback likes what he sees out there outside. He's changing the play with the wide receiver.
2nd and 10. Down the field. Intercepted.
Good job that time by the defense. Not being fooled. Being in position. When you're in position, you have a chance to make the play. That time they did. They got the interception.
The Falcons bringing their offense onto the field. It wasn't a very productive possession for them last time out, partner. They ended up punting.
Well, you know what it was? It was a good filling out process. So they got some knowledge by watching the defense and what defenses they tried on them. So you got to take advantage of that knowledge and come out here and make some plays.
First down at the 49. It's Mason with the catch. Picks up maybe 3.
Well, the quarterback showed off his arm strength that time, didn't he? He put the football right on the money, on a line, right into the receiver's hands.
2nd and 8 coming up. The Browns with a nickel look here on defense. The Falcons at the line of scrimmage. Split backfield. 2nd and 8. And he knocks the ball out of his hands.
That's a wonderful job that time by the secondary. Everybody's in position. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football, and it leads to another incomplete pass.
3rd and 8 coming up after the incompletion. The Falcons have to get to the 41 for a first. Throws the pass. Offense is back on the field on 4th and 8. The Browns defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. Makes the catch and open. He's in the clear. Gonna take it home for the touchdown. And now we're setting up for an exciting final quarter and a half, as that touchdown makes this a very close game.
Yeah, it does. You know, listen, I was starting to think that this game might get out of hand, but that quick touchdown changes everything. We'll see how the other team can adjust to a whole new situation.
Benjamin's running this one out. And he's out across the 20 and tackled at the 21. The Browns just gave up some big turnover points. Let's see if they can hold on to the football this time, Phil, because we know how crucial it is. We talked to the coaches about it this week. This was their concern with this team.
Well, if you want to stay on the field, you better quit turning it over, right, Jim? That's what the coaches look. You make mistakes on the field, they're going to be forgiving to a point, but you got to be smart, you got to be efficient, and get the job done. Look out, they're changing the play to take advantage of something they see on the defensive side.
First down at the 21. Catch made.
Got a flag down here. That penalty is, of course, going to be accepted by the defense.
Let's go.
He sends the halfback in motion.
First down at the 16. The Browns get a first down.
That's what you want to do. Just get a first down, especially when you're on top. Keep the clock moving. Keep the defense guessing. Make them react instead of attack.
They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. Johnson's handed the football.
Wide to the left.
He's now over 80 yards rushing on the day.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
Second down following the run.
Oh, look at that. The defensive line shifted over to the left.
Slashes to the left side. Huge yardage picked up and finally tackled at the end.
The Browns are really a true football team. Their defense, we know it's good. They don't want to just rely on it. The offense, nice job picking up that first down. Eat the clock up. Keep the pace of the game on your side. Small lead here in the second half. That was a good job.
They're able to move the chains after that last run. Offense lining up here after picking up more than 30 on the previous play. For about 4.
He's now averaging 6 yards a carry on the day. The Browns have really been able to run the ball today. That's been a huge reason why they lead. Johnson's been brilliant, and he's shown no reason to stop giving him the football.
Well, when it's working well, don't stop. The running game is hot. The offensive linemen feel the power. They love it. Just keep running right at it.
It's now second down and 7 after the 3-yard rush.
The Browns offense has switched sides now and has the football as we begin the fourth quarter. Set up now at the 28-yard line.
Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one.
Doesn't like what he sees on the defensive side, so he is changing the play to the receivers by giving him hand signals.
He'll take the snap, the first here in the fourth quarter. Got the completion.
Going to be a penalty here. Grabbing the face mask. We see it almost once a week, and here it happens again.
Well, a lot of times these defenders, I'll give them a a little slack because they're running so fast. They're trying to tackle some tremendous athletes in open space, and sometimes accidentally you're going to grab the face mask.
Playing press coverage to the outside. First down at the 16. That last running play was good for only a yard, so it's 2nd down and 9. Quarters formation here for the defense. Play clock's running down. A timeout charge to the offensive unit. At the 16-yard line, here they come.
Get ready.
Second and 9. Pulls it in. Gets about 9 on the play.
The Falcons defense, they really understand situational football. They know they're in the red zone. You can't give up plays. That time they give up the completion, but they rally to the football and keep the play to no gain.
They will snap it now at the 7-yard line.
They're going to run it on the toss. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down.
Johnson's looking for a place to run, but there is nowhere to go. The offensive line just gets dominated. Good job by the defensive line that time.
Should be what we call a gimme. They need to get the play off. And he puts it through for 3.
An insurance field goal for them. Probably not enough time left to surrender this lead. They're gaining control of this one down to the finish.
Sometimes in this game, when you get a lead, it's not about trying to pour it on. It's about being smart. All that matters is winning. Find a way to get this game over with while you're still on top.
The Falcons offense taking the field again. They got everything they could out of that last possession, Phil. That was a solid touchdown drive.
Yeah, just look at them, Jim. The way they run onto the field, you can see they're exuding confidence. And when you got a confident football team, man, let them go and let them play and see if they can make it happen again. Quarterback sees something in his defense he wants to take advantage of.
First down at the 24. He'll throw it over the middle. And here we have 2nd down. The Browns defense now is going to go nickel. Falcons have it at the 24. And that's a 2-yard gain.
This is one good tackling defense. They stay in good position at all times. And we saw it that time when they stopped the play for a short gain.
The Falcons snap it up at the 26. Brings it in. He's taken down at the 47. Press coverage all the way. wasting little time. First down at the 47. Finds his mark. And they advance the ball onto the other side of the field. The Falcons take it from the 43. Finds his mark. Coleman's tackled right at the 42. They're going to the hurry-up offense, and they're back to the line quickly. First down at the 42. On the money. Coleman's met at the 37.
Let's go.
Second down and 5. Secures it with two hands.
Anytime your team is down, you're inside the other team's red zone, you look for one of your star players, your quarterback, wide receiver, or running back. They need to make a big play here.
Interception that will all but seal it. Got a big lane. A foot race to the end zone. The 30, the 20, the 10, all the way home and all alone. Touchdown.
What a catch, what an interception, and not only that, take it all the way back for a touchdown. You talk about deflating for an offense. Shoot, that gets close to making them quit.
The Browns bring their offense onto the field. The last time they had control of the football, they did not come away empty-handed, but did not get a touchdown either.
Well, they got that field goal, and I think that's important. That field goal gave them a little confidence. They got some points up there that always makes you feel good on the offensive side. Now take advantage of that good feeling. Go out there and score a touchdown this time.
Let's see if they can finish off a drive. Peterson's not going to test the coverage this time as he takes a knee. The Falcons are set to take the field again on offense after a crazy sequence that didn't go their way. That turnover led to turnover points. And now let's see if the offense can get that back, Phil.
Yeah, listen, I know they're going to be motivated because after they turned the football over last time, the coaches took them to the sideline and just gave them heck, that's for sure. That's a good way of seeing it. So motivation, can't make those kind of mistakes. You've got to go out there and be much better. They're changing things here. The quarterback changing. He's giving the receiver some new instructions.
Barkevious Mingo wraps up the quarterback.
It is truly a bonus when you can take your outside linebacker and let him rush the quarterback and he can get a sack. Nice job that time by the outside linebacker.
Let's go.
He makes the catch. He's tackled right at the 24.
Arm strength is a nice thing to have when the window of opportunity is very small. Quarterbacks with strong arms can still fire it in there. Nice throw right on target by the QB.
Looks like they're in press coverage here. Rodgers split out wide on the left. Falcons get set at the line, needing to get to the 30 for a first. Desir's in on the tackle.
You're running back in this league and you pick up first downs and you don't fumble the football, I promise you one thing, you're going to get more carries.
First down here.
Let's go.
Makes the catch. He steps out.
Well, when you're throwing the slant route, it's all about accuracy from the quarterback standpoint. Make sure you put it right on the receiver where he can catch it, protect himself. Good job that time, and almost gets a first down.
The Falcons take it from the 43. Has his man.
The defense is going to play conservative in situations like this. They have a lead here in the fourth quarter. They'll give up those short throws.
The offense needs 2 yards here on third down after the completion. Rodgers, the receiver, sent out wide to the left. The Browns with 2 extra defensive backs in the dime. Handoff made. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field. The corners are going to meet the receivers right on the line of scrimmage.
Let's go.
The quarterback, he's changing the play with the wide receiver with those hand signals.
Should have had it.
So many times when you drop a football in the NFL, a pass like that, It's because of lack of concentration. You're just not serious about what you're doing.
Get ready.
Second down and 10.
Gets it out for the completion.
Good yardage picked up on that call.
The Falcons are going to burn the first of their 3 timeouts right here.
Playing press coverage to the outside. One more snap and we can call it a day.
The Browns defense now loading up, expecting pass with a dime defense.
Out of the gun. Looking across the middle. Jumps up and hauls it in. The Super Bowl has been won by the Cleveland Browns. The Lombardi Trophy is heading to Cleveland, Ohio. Phil, you're one of the few people on the planet who knows what it feels like right now to win the Super Bowl.
I can't describe that feeling. All I can tell you is that it is awesome, so enjoy the moment.
The brotherhood will never be stronger than this moment. All the dreams coming out of youth. The emotion of it all, it's almost overwhelming. To realize a dream from the playgrounds, through all the practices, to one day have your hands on the Lombardi Trophy. And now that moment is realized. For the rest of your life, you'll be remembered as a Super Bowl champion. For Phil Simms and all the crew at EA Sports, Jim Nantz saying so long from the Super Bowl.